Supreme's week 9 is here and it is stacked from decent lookbook items to crazy music collabs, not to mention t-shirt week.
Okay.
But most importantly, we're getting this sad-eyed demon dog to fuel your nightmares. Welcome back, friends, to another edition of Fauntleroy's Finest, and today we're going to take a look at Supreme's Week 9. This season has gone by so fast, we're already halfway through the season, and we're getting t-shirt week number 2. They're bringing us 8 different styles of shirts in an infinite amount of colors. They're dropping that Supreme Roland collab with the synthesizer and the rhythm composer. Oh yeah, I forgot one other collaboration, the Underground Kings, UGK, RIP to my man Pimp C. I know he's smiling down on us because he's getting a Supreme collaboration. I'm going to go over all those items in just a second, but first off, I want to make sure that you guys have access to all the information on everything dropping throughout the month, and you can do that in Fauntleroy's Finest Discord. Larry's Streetwear Calendar gives you times and links to everything dropping throughout the week. Manny gives you the info on all the shoes dropping throughout the month. The new Wavely has created the best free Supreme community monitors in the business, and Reup23 is copping for folks all over the place with his bot. Check him out in the ACO channel. Best of all, the price is free. All you gotta do is click the link in the description below and you're in. And big news for the YouTube channel, we finally got monetization back. I'm finally out of YouTube jail and I just set up the memberships again. They're gonna be a little different. The biggest benefit is you get tokens to use for every raffle that I have throughout the month, which means you're getting extra entries into all the raffles. It's one of the best ways to support the channel if you enjoy it, and it gives you a chance at winning some of the stuff I've been buying from all these brands. Make sure you check out the Wednesday live streams for all the information on raffles and everything else. And of course, if you enjoy these videos, make sure to drop a like on it and subscribe if you haven't yet. Alright, enough about all that. Let's get into this drop.
You're disgusting.
First up, the Margaret Keane Best Friend short sleeve top. This fucking dog is the fuels of my nightmare. I don't want to look at it anymore. The little girl just looks sad. The dog looks like it's about to rip my throat out as soon as I fall asleep.
Can I pick that dog?
No, he's
Can I
sleeping.
pick that dog?
Next up, we have the Margaret Keane Teardrop Skate Deck. This kind of looks like a milk carton to me. It looks like this poor girl went missing and we decided to put her on a skate deck to try to find her. This isn't my favorite graphic that I've seen on a Supreme skate deck, so I'm gonna keep going.
Where are you?
I guess I spoke too soon, because this is a skate deck of nightmares. I guess I agree that this skate deck is better than the last one, because at least the whole underside has an actual print on it, not just a little bit of it. But that dog terrifies me. I don't think I could bring it into my home. If you were going to get a deck, this is the deck to get, but at the end of the day, I would skip it. Next up, the Margaret Keane Teardrop Tee. I don't know why you guys have it so low, though. I don't hate this t-shirt as much as I guess everyone else in the community does. I honestly kind of like this tee better than some of the other ones, but I don't see any resell in it. It's going to be a little more expensive because it's the collaboration. So I'd say unless you wanted this for the personal, probably just go ahead and skip. But I do think any of these t-shirts in XXL could potentially do well over time. I still wouldn't be buying this for resale, though.
Don't you do it! Don't!
Next up, we have the Underground Kings 5-panel. Again, I'd say if you're fans of the group, you're probably going to want it, but otherwise, I don't really see a lot of resale in these. Kind of an obscure rap group from the 90s. Early 2000s. Probably most of you don't really know them, and that's why I would assume that the resale on this stuff isn't really going to be there. And if you're fans of the group, they made it. They got a Supreme collab. Let's keep going. Next up, we have these cotton cinch pants. I kind of dig the plaid colorway in these items. There's an anorak that goes with it as well. If the price actually is $148, not that bad for Supreme bottoms, but I just feel like they tax the pants so much in Supreme. These are the type of pants, though, that I like to gravitate towards from Supreme. Something a little more unique that I can go, okay, well, I can't get that from anywhere else. These are going to be really cool pants. People really have liked the cotton cinch pants from the past. However, I don't see any resale in these, and $148. A little bit expensive, honestly, for some fancy sweatpants at the end of the day. But again, if you get them, I know you're gonna like them.
I like that.
Next up, we have the Leopard Velvet Camp Cap. Now, this one intrigues me. I love it when they do kind of different, unique hats. This might be a little too different and too unique for me, but I'm really digging that gold colorway and the black colorway a lot in this. And I do think that that light colored hat would look really good for all you ladies out there. All you Supreme Head ladies should be picking up that lighter colorway in this hat. I think it'll look really good on you all. But I think that higher retail is going to make it a little bit tougher to make some money off it for reselling. They're probably going to be okay holds, but I just won't see this getting too much above $100 in the future, so it's not really worth it in my opinion. Super cool personal, really good item to add to the cart if you need free shipping, but otherwise we're gonna move on. Next up, we have the collage tee. This is made up of original artwork from the Women's History Museum. So again, maybe another item for you ladies out there, huh? Not really feeling this graphic. Don't like this colorway at all. Hopefully there's some better ones. Honestly, that's all this tee is about. Whatever the two different colorways are playing off of each other. Some are going to look better than others. This one, not really a fan of. The estimated retail is $40 on this, but with it being a collaboration with a women's museum, I could easily see this being in $48 or $50. And if that is the case, I would definitely not be looking at this one for reselling. Next up, we have the paint tee. Now, there's absolutely nothing on the front, but it does have a huge hit on the back. However, it looks like a toddler designed and created this tee. Just some finger paint of Supreme on it. I'm glad Timmy knows how to spell Supreme properly. Not a fan of this shirt. Not a fan of this colorway either. Maybe other colorways will look better, but it is an extremely busy tee regardless.
What an ugly thing to say.
Next up, we have the Underground Kings UGK tee. This is actually a pretty good tee. I like that it has a small little hit on the front and then a big hit on the back. Anyone that's fans of the Underground Kings needs to pick one of these up. It is a great t-shirt for you guys. I don't really see any resell in this, so if you like the t-shirt, get it. If not, I would probably just skip it. Next up, the Manny Special, the loose fit denim painter's shirt. This is one of those items, if you want it, you should pick it up, and if you don't want it, we should move along. Next up, the Margaret Keane teardrop short sleeve work shirt. I think that this graphic works best on a work shirt, let's just be honest. It does look pretty good, nice back hit. I just don't really see anyone going after these that hardcore. I don't see any resell in them. I think they're strictly a personal. So if you want one of these, grab it, but if not, I'm gonna keep going.
You can say that again.
Next up, we have the Supreme Records tee. I think this one also will depend on the colorways. I can see a lot of good combinations for this t-shirt that will come off a lot better than this. It's really throwing out the retro bowling vibes right now with these colorways, so it's hard for me to get past that. I would imagine the black colorway will probably turn out okay in this one. If you wanted to gamble with any of these t-shirts, I think going with an XXL is not a bad idea. Those should all sell out pretty quickly. And hopefully by Wednesday night on the live stream, we'll be able to go over all the different colorways as well, and I can target you folks after the good ones, and we can stay away from these type of ones. Next up, we have the Electromagnetic tee. Again, not a huge fan of this colorway, but I bet it'll look pretty good on black. It kind of looks like somebody took our buddy Ram LZ and mashed him into the Avatar universe. The water-bending avatars, not the giant blue Smurf ones. Nice big graphic on the front of your man doing all kinds of crazy shit. And this is a new one for me. I'm gonna call this one a backdoor hit. I don't know, looks like a butthole to me, but who am I to say? Again, probably XXLs. XLs in black should have some potential down the road. Super busy shirt though, definitely not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, so buy at your own risk. Next up, we have the Underground Kings hooded sweatshirt. Same thing as the t-shirt, it's got the logo on it. Again, not really assuming that anything here is gonna resell. But for all you Underground King fans, you got a hoodie now, so good for you. Next up, we have the small box tee. Yes, it's that time of year again for another small box tee. This year, they have the special print is going to be snakeskin, obviously. And it looks like they're going with that pink hue of the snakeskin print. Definitely a very busy shirt. Usually the special prints are the ones to go after if you go after anything on the small box tee. I would probably recommend you only buy these if you're going to wear them. So let's keep going.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Next up, I think this is probably my favorite tee of the bunch, the tunnel tee. Nice simple little graphic on the front. You're going through a tunnel. It says Supreme. What more can you ask for? And then it also has the tags for certain stores on the back of the shirt. So if you ever need to know the number of the Supreme store, you have it on the back of your shirt. I expect the graphic on the front to maybe have different colorways as well. Like this one is a blue colorway. Maybe there'll be one that's red, maybe some other colors. I think that if they do this blue colorway on black though, it'll look really good. So I would probably focus XXL, XL black. And then if there's any other good color combinations, we're going to talk about those on Wednesday night, so we'll get into that later. Next up, we have the double knee painter pants. They make really good double knee painter pants. I got nothing against them. We got a zebra print for all you crazy boys out there that need some zebra in your life. I don't really expect any resale in these, obviously, but I do think these are really nice pieces, and they could sell out in certain sizes. So if you do want some of these double knee painter pants, you better jump on them. Next up, we have the curve nylon short. Honestly, I like these. These are pretty good shorts. $110, not the worst price point I've ever seen on a bottom from Supreme. I dig all the colorways, really. My favorite one is probably the one that has that pink hit on it, and then the one with the brown and green. Those are probably my two favorite colorways in these. Now for the shorts, I don't really see any resale in these. Maybe bigger sizes could do something down the road, but I'm gonna say that these are probably gonna be a personal as well. But the curve track jacket is a little bit of a different story for me. I think this has some potential, definitely in the really big sizes, and I like the same two colorways for these as well. The one with the little pink hit to me is probably the better of the two. And then the one with the green, brown, and beige, that one looks really nice to me as well. If the price point on these are $168, this might be one of the best items to pick up this week. I would be focusing on XXL for the two colorways that I was talking about. I'm guessing the one with the pink in it is probably the one to go after first. That'll probably be the best seller. But the green and brown one should go pretty quickly as well in big sizes, probably all sizes with a retail of $168. If you're buying any t-shirts this week and looking for free shipping, this might be the way to do it. Grab an XXL, XL with all your shirts and you get free shipping. Call it a day. I could definitely see these pushing up into the 200s, so I definitely think that there's enough room for you to make some profit if you are looking for these to buy for resale.
Write it down and keep it for future reference.
Next up, we have the pin line tee. Now here we go. We finally have a just straight up Supreme t-shirt. This one should do okay. I'm still not a fan of any of the colorways that they've been showing us for these shirts, but you can really never go wrong with a nice big Supreme on the front of your shirt. I think XL, XXL in black will definitely be decent pickups in this particular shirt. That being said, all the t-shirts are going to be a hold. You're going to have to hang on to them for quite a while unless you get those super rare, perfect sizes, perfect colorways. And we're going to go over all the different colorways on the Wednesday night stream, so make sure that you tune into the channel Wednesday night 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, and we'll go over all the colorways and I'll tell you which ones that you should be focused on the most. Alright, next up, the Cotton Utility Anorak. This is my sleeper of the week, specifically the plaid colorway. Love that anorak. I honestly like the whole fit, the plaid anorak and the cotton cinch pants. Looks great. Price point at $178 is also really, really nice for an anorak. I kind of feel like that might be a lie though. And if it's not, $178 is a great price point for an anorak. The best thing about the Supreme anoraks is that they're basically box logos. That's right, the nice little box logo hit in the middle. So I think all colorways are viable here, but I really think that that plaid one is doing something different. And usually prints like that are the most limited of the bunch. Yes, I think the black one in XXL will eventually do okay. But I think the best one to pick up for reselling is going to be the purple one in XXL. I think that might have some potential. Again, most of this week is a hold week. I don't see anything blowing up right away like the MM6 stuff or some of the other big collabs we've had this year. If you do pick up this anorak for resale, I think you'll be happy with yourself 2 months down the road or so. And if you pick them up for the personal, super cool piece. Definitely you guys have to show it off in the Discord if you get one.
Come on. They make it weird.
Next up, the number 2 and number 1 items of the week come from the Supreme Roland collaboration. That's right, we're getting the Supreme Roland TR8 Rhythm Composer, along with the JU06A synthesizer. I think both of these are really cool items. I'm not really all up in the audio equipment world, but I have a friend that is, and he was drooling over these. He said they were going to be really expensive. I actually don't think these retails are that out of bounds ridiculous for the equipment that you're getting. I mean, for sure there's a supreme tax on it. The estimated retail for the Rhythm Composer at $568, definitely a hefty price point, but not really that bad for a cool Supreme accessory. And quite honestly, if the other one's only $700, we've seen audio equipment in the past going for over $1,000. And I think this is way more professional style equipment than some of the other things we've seen. And you probably get a lot more bang for your buck buying any of these things than other items that we've had in the past that are similar. Just being that I really don't have much expertise in this kind of equipment, I personally would be skeptical to buy them for resale. However, they're going to be rare. People are going to want them. You're going to probably see actual DJs and people in the industry using some of this stuff occasionally, so that will help the hype meter on it. But at the end of the day, it's probably not going to be worth it to spend that much money on something like this to potentially make $100 or $200 off of it. If you know somebody that you can sell it to right away, great, do it. But if you don't have somebody to buy this stuff, I wouldn't just be fishing out there trying to catch a big whale, if that makes any sense. Super cool items, glad they came out, and I can't wait to see somebody utilize them to their fullest potential. Alright, there you go, guys. That is the drop list. Week 9 in the books. What are you guys going after this week? Are you going after anything, or are you just going to avoid this week altogether?
Look how gaily we run!
Let me know in the comments down below what you think, and make sure that you check out the memberships on the channel. Just turned them back on. All members get extra entries into the Wednesday raffle, so make sure that you join up to get those extra chances.
Join me.
Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and if for some reason this video didn't give you the fill of Fauntleroy that you need in your life today, well, you should check out these videos right here.
Violence, put pictures in my home, aim the chrome at your eyelids, fly pebbles at your dome, we the Stone Temple pilots.